Well, of course we all know about psychics, but the reason why I like to use the term animal communicator is because for me it's a give and take. I don't just give messages, I don't just receive messages, I seek to have that exchange. And that's where the communication comes in. Because as a psychic, if I perceive something, that's me listening. If I send something, that's me speaking. But if I just toss out a message and I don't have an interaction, and that's what the core essence of animal communication is to have that exchange, and it actually is a conversation instead of just telling. I mean, and people always say, you know, can you make my cat do this? Well, I can ask them, but they're all sentient beings, and just like humans, they have free choice. And quite often they'll comply, or they'll, you know, if you bring understanding, that's the other one of my big messages. I want to bring understanding between the species, and then, and, you know, and that give and take, that exchange. It's not just telling. It's not just me having a vision or an impression. It's the exchange of information. And once people figure out that they can do that, the look in their eyes is just, it's amazing. I think at the core, if people come to believe and accept that animals are thinking, feeling, sentient beings, it's hard to be mean. It's hard to be unkind. It's hard to be uncaring to another being that can think and feel, even a stranger. So, you know, even though we have cultural differences, on the whole, you know, we tend to get along with humans because we can speak. If we could do better at that, if people could find that compassion, the love they have for their animals, if they can take that unconditional love by experiencing communication with animals on any level, it doesn't have to be as much as I do. There's no going back. And once you open that idea, you can't unsee it and you can't unfeel it. And so if I can share animal communication and have that aspect of awakening for humans, can you imagine? I mean, if people just started being kind, it doesn't mean you have to like everybody. I mean, like the blue jay. I personally have no interest in eating a grub, but I would gladly give him one if I had it. So that unconditional love and that non-judgment of his different culture and being and desires, you can still be kind. And wow, I'm just thinking how the world would change if people would just think beyond themselves, be kind, at least to start with. You know, then if somebody doesn't treat you well, then feel free to have boundaries and limitations. But if we can all start out with unconditional love and kindness, we could grow by leaps and bounds. And, you know, it's hard to go to war with someone that you respect. Doesn't mean you have to like them. Doesn't mean you don't want to live like them. Maybe their culture is different, but it's hard to go to war with them if you understand that they're real people. And so if I can transfer that awareness from animal communication to human relationships, maybe that's my mission. I don't know. I do know there's a lovely squirrel over there. Your imagination is the ticket to the show. When you imagine something, there are no rules. You have no expectations. You're not putting any filters on it. that opens your mind. So your imagination gets you going. This is the magic of meditation. And once humans free up their own filters and they go, wow, I really can do this, it's like floodgates opening. So that's where the imagination comes in. The imagination gets you started. It's like the training wheels. Your imagination is the training wheels. Get you started so you don't fall over.